Listen to this. When another person makes you suffer, it is because he suffers deeply within himself or herself. And his suffering is spilling over. He does not need punishment, he needs healing. This is from Thich Nhat Hanh, and if you don't know him, go research. Honestly, people, I believe, take your kindness for weakness when you are always there for them. The fact that you do not quit on some people because you actually love them, they take that as desperation. They think that you are desperate as a person and therefore you are not giving up on them, and therefore you are always there when they treat you like shit, like crap, like trash. They will still make sure that you are committed to them while they mess around with everybody because you're supposed to do so. And of course, this goes beyond romantic relationships. In any two-way relationship, when a person sees your presence as you needing them and they see your kindness as weakness and desperation, then the whole idea of the relationship in their head is completely flawed. So you can't have loyalty with this person. They will always victimize themselves when it comes to you and the way you love them. Firstly, they think that you do not have a side to you which will be beyond a pushover, because honestly speaking, they see you as a pushover. Because the fact that a person cannot understand the love that you're giving, but they see that as an act of desperation, must tell you how faulty the way they live, they think, they've survived, and all that they've seen in their life probably is users and abusers and narcissists. And instead of getting better, these people only got bitter. And you refuse to quit on them. You refuse to let them go. It's only because you feel that these guys need healing, but know when to stop giving your healing energy, because the fact that you are healing, they feel how dare you do not chase them when you finally stop chasing them. And the fact that they start to finding your replacement as a friend, lover, family in other trashy people, and they get double crossed by them, obviously, because they don't have a bone of loyalty in them, and for them people are business and transactions. So whoever left you thinking that they could replace you in somebody else just because they came with their bells and whistles must tell you that that person is going to come at you in a very bad way, because how dare you do not chase after me. That's what their mentality is. And they feel the fact that they replace you and the fact that you deserve to be left behind because you are full of love, and they think that is fake. And when you stop showing that love, they also think that is fake. So basically, you can't love and you cannot love, because if you love too much, that is too good to be true. They want to see you as weak and someone who can be kicked, especially when you're down already. That's the highest level of narcissism. And second of all, when you stop giving that water that you once gave, you become their sworn enemy. So everybody is a lover, everybody is a friend as soon as you stop showing them love and start being a mirror. And who becomes a problem? You. And therefore now they will have a whole vendetta. They'll have people around them like scarecrows around you to run you away from what you're supposed to do, from your purpose, from your life. For what? For loving them? And for finally stopping to love somebody just because your love was not valued. So you don't want to stay there. But these entitled narcissistic people are so entitled to your feeling of love and light, even when they are willingly wronging you, even when they sleep beside you as a homie, lover, friend, whatever. But they know that tomorrow they're going to turn around and stab you again. And they still expect you to stay. They still expect you to chase, must tell you what kind of a person he is, what kind of person she is. So not everybody is a friend, not everybody is a lover, and not everybody is a family member, even if you knew them from your past. Your worst enemies are those enemies who have known you. Your worst enemies are those enemies who you dropped because you saw them as the real narcissistic beings that they are, and they have no plans of getting better. They like enablers around them. These friends, they like people who enable their bad behavior. These men, these women like lovers who enable their bad behavior, who allow them to stay in the dark side of things. And when you come around, you do not mess with that behavior. And the fact that you do not call them out and you are okay with their presence around you, but when they backstab you, and they're not even sorry about backstabbing you, why the hell would you want to stay there? You stay there because you see potential. You stay there because you love genuinely. And there's 10% of you people who are actually honest, pure, innocent. And unfortunately, when God chooses you to be planted in certain people's life, you attract 95% or 99% of people in packs, like they say, who are narcissists. So these narcissists hate that you love so deeply. So while they show you that they appreciate you and how much you love them and how much you care for them, and the fact that your love is their mode of supply, because they can't live without it when you take that away. But where the problem is, a good man, a good woman who is mature, who has her heart, her mind, his heart, his mind right, will appreciate the love and will uphold that love. But these people use that against you. These people see that as weakness. These people try to double cross you. These people slander you, hurt you, and want you to be hush about it. They want you to be quiet about it so that they can have a narrative on you. Even when you leave their life, they want to have that presence in your life that the world sees them as having the upper hand in your life. So be very careful of these kind of women and men who come into your life as friends, as strangers, as lovers, as family members. Because these people will use other people to attack you. These people will use other people to make you mentally deranged. And they want you to mention them in every walk of life, because narcissists love attention, even if it's negative. And you as a healer, you as a lover, even if you don't identify as a healer, you are a lover who loves genuinely from your heart. And that's why you stay in their life. So while they see you and your capacity to love as weakness, you see the real them. You see their broken child. You see their broken adult. You see their broken heart that they will never accept it. But you see through it, and you see that you can heal them. You will still love that broken side of them. But when you take that one step towards healing the broken side of things, they get used to it. They get entitled to it. So they feel that you're supposed to do it. And you see that as helping them, healing them. And it goes into a cycle of you healing and them taking, you healing and them taking, till you are left barren, dead, and left in the cold, because now they've sucked all your energy and they're pouring it into somebody else, sexually, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, friendly, family, whatever. So for those people who see love and who see vulnerability as weakness, they are losers, honestly. Why? Because they feel money is everything. They feel everything is easy for them as long as they look the part. So even if their bank account is running on empty, they've got the best brands on, and they have these fake people around them who will cluster around them thinking that they are the most important thing walking on earth. And if it's not about money, it's about everything that's on the outside, what the ego world serves. And unfortunately, that's 90% of this world anyways. So you become the most hated person, and you don't even understand why, because all you did was love, and all you did eventually, finally, to save your own self when you are at a brink, probably, because that's what these people do. They suck the life out of you. You finally stop pouring into them. But when you are down, these people kick you further. And people like this, who kick you further down when they know you're already going through something. You remember a friend who knew that you're going through a lot of things in your life, and she's a friend, but you know she's a narcissist. So she'll use that in her advantage to make you feel further bad about yourself when you go out with her. Have you met that colleague who will purposely remind you of all the things that you're going through that you must have shared with them out of confidentiality, just to throw it in your face right when you're doing good, a little bit at least? Have you seen the family member who will constantly bring up this person that you're trying to get over with negative energy, with negativity, so that you are constantly in a loop of feeling like a reject? All these people, these are examples of how narcissistic people work who are entitled to your energy. And as soon as you walk away from them, they have flying monkeys around you, will slander you, will try to end you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And sometimes I just want to ask these people, who raised you? Do you have a mother? Do you have a father? Do you have a brother? Do you have a sister? Do you have a friend? Do you have a lover, man or woman? And what if somebody did that to them? Would you be okay with it? But I don't think narcissists even have the heart. I don't think they have emotions in them to even understand of how it feels if their own daughters were hurt, if their own sisters or brothers were hurt, if their own mothers or fathers were hurt. And these people want to play the victim every time you stand up for yourself just because you do not want to show them love, because they never valued your love. And the fact that you showed them love is because they took advantage of that love, because they felt that you're supposed to do it because you are the peasant, because you love. But little do they know that all the time the dog was barking, you were quiet. And when your beast comes out, they need to have a muzzle on their mouth. Because God favors who is honest, God favors the truth. These people may favor the devil. These people may favor the ego world. But just know, the devil answers God. And God sees all. And karma comes back. And that's why it's brains over bronze. People may have money, people may have contacts, people may have strength, people may move in packs. But if they're dark, if they're bad, evil people in their spirit, and if they're going against another spirit who is in their purpose, who is the truth, who is only here talking about their life, their own testimony. Two people can't have the same story, two people can't have the same life. And if they do, you need to support each other. And that's why it's soul tribe. So I don't understand where the beef is. And when that happens, when you show up for your own self, people want to take it personally, especially your abusers, known and unknown, who follow the bandwagon. Make it make sense, because you as an individual, man or woman, will annoy those other females and males who will give you the stank look, who will kiki behind your back just because they don't like you coming around not needing their dirty validation. And unfortunately, many men and women who put on an act get the validation and the support that you deserve. But because you keep to yourself, people think, oh, she's too high and mighty, he's too high and mighty, that they're not looking at us. It's not that we're not looking at you. We just know that you already hate us, and we know if you've not already double-crossed us, we know the type of who double-crosses people who are actually genuinely true and nice and good people. And if you get to know us truly with a genuine true heart, you'll know that we don't have a mean bone in our body. But we also know how to turn it up. And if you are walking alone by yourself, and if you don't feel the need to mess around with people around you, because if you don't feel an energetic match with them or no longer feel it with somebody, leave. You don't need to keep loving and being in a one-sided relationship, whatever it may be, if you are not valued, respected, and if there's no reciprocity. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where we are surrounded by users, by covert users. And these users will be opportunists who will use you, abuse you till the last of your breath, because you are the only one who heals their inner child, which is broken. And if a man or woman do not want to be saved, you can't save them, like J. Cole says. So move on with your life and value and be where people value you. And to all the haters who once were friends, lovers, family, oh, we don't know you. Why? We don't care about you. So if you have friends and family who enables you, go enjoy life. Go live life how you want to live. And you doing these little shenanigans around us just to get our attention and trying to slander our reputation only will backfire. I hope God puts you through it so you know exactly how it feels, multiplied. And many a times we don't understand why we are being attacked, because we are not attacking you. We don't even know of your existence. And if you once were in our life and if you double-crossed us, we've let you go. We don't leave another minute. People who love hard, and healers especially, they don't just let go of people. But you can't have a healer's purpose when you are a narcissist, because people are born with their own mind, their own looks, their own life, their own purpose, their own destiny, and it is all karmic. So you can't just steal shit from people, and you can't just be jealous of people and just be mean to people just because you can. Who are you? Why? What has anyone done to you? Nothing.